quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. So you guys have done quartiles before, but deciles and percentiles might be a little bit new. So the measures of central tendency give us good information about data sets, but they don't describe the spread of data. As we have seen, the median divides the data set so that half the values lie below the median and half lie above it. A measure that divides the data set into parts of equal size is called a quartile. Now, the median only gives a rough description of the data set, but with more divisions, we can describe the data spread in more detail. So quartiles. A quartile divides data sets into quarters, hence why it's called quartile. So, the first quartile is called Q1, is called the lower quartile, and the third quartile, Q3, is called the upper quartile. Our second quartile, Q2, is called the median. We can use a box and whisker plot, also known as a box plot, which gives a way of showing the 5-number summary, which is our minimum, our Q1, our Q2, our Q3, and our maximum. Okay, for this, we're going to find the Q1, Q2, and Q3 for the number of runs in a softball game and then display this data in a box plot. So we have the scores 4, 3, 7, 8, 7, 9, 5, 6, 8, 3, 9. What we're going to do is write these in order. So in order, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, and 9. Okay, so what we see there is we see that our minimum score is our 3. Our maximum score is 9. What we have is that our Q2 is our middle score, which is our first 7. Okay, so that is our Q2. It's the middle of our set of scores. So we have 5 scores either side of that, and that's where our median is. Now, to work out our Q1, it's the middle of our first half of scores. So it's going to be the 4. Okay, so we ignore our Q2 and we look at our 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's our middle of that set of scores is our Q1. Then for our Q3, it's the middle of our larger set of scores, which is the second 8 is our Q3. Okay, to do our box and whisker plot, or our box plot, what we need to do is we need to draw a number line. So using a ruler, we want to draw a number line. And we want the values 2 to 10 on our number line. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're putting those numbers on our number line. Boys. Miles. So what we want to do is we do a small line at our minimum. So a small line at our minimum. We do a small line at our maximum. We do a bigger line at our Q1, Q2, and Q3. Okay, what we then do is with our Q1, Q2, and Q3, we make that into a box. And then what we do is we connect the min and the maximum to the end of the box. Okay, we can use our calculator to find the quartiles exactly how we did yesterday, and we just scroll down and it will say Q1, med, and Q3. So that is how we do example 1. Now, example 2, we have our graph given to us, and we have our score and our cumulative frequency. We want to find the median and upper and lower quartiles from the ogive. So remember, the ogive is the polygon. So what we need to do is to find our median. So we have a total of 10 scores here. So our median is our middle score, which is going to be our 10th score. So what we do is we go to where our 10 is on our cumulative frequency. We draw a line going across until we get to our ogive, and then we draw a line going down, and we get that our median, which equals Q2, is equal to 7. So what we've done is our maximum frequency is 20, so we have 20 scores altogether. So our median is halfway, so our median is at our 10th score. Okay, then we have our Q1. Our Q1 is at our 5th score. So what we do is we draw a line across at 5 until we hit our ogive, and we go down and we see that the score is worth 5. So that means our Q1 is the 5th score, which is 5. And then our Q3 is our 15th score, because we're breaking this all up into quarters. And our 15th score, when we go across, we get that it is directly between 7 and 8. So because it is directly between 7 and 8, we get that it's at 7.5. Okay, that's the only time when we'll get it in between them. Once you've copied that down, can we please turn the page for me? We have one more example to talk about, which is deciles and percentiles. So, deciles, what do we think they're out of? 10. Percentiles, what do we think they're out of? 100. Amazing. So, deciles and percentiles, we split the data and divide it into smaller parts. So, we have the ogive shows the number of hours that a rock group rehearses each week over 25 years. Okay, the scores have been sorted into groups. Use the ogive to estimate. So we still have our cumulative frequency when we're talking about this. So the 35th percentile, what we want to do is we want to find out what 35% of our cumulative frequency is. So 35% of our total cumulative frequency is 25. So 35% of 25 is our 8.75th score. Okay, so what we want to do is draw a line at where 8.75 would be.
Do we really think that's funny, throwing paper
Okay, so then we get that therefore the 30th percentile, the 35th, percentile is our class centre of 13 to 14, or is our class of 13 to 15 hours, sorry. All right, then we have our 60th percentile. So what we have is we need to find 60% of 25. So what we do when we get 16% of 25, we get our 15th score is what we are looking for. Yeah, I'm quite aware. I'm actually going to send this recording to their parents. Okay, so when we scroll this down, we get that it's the 15th score, which is that the 60th percentile is between 16 and 18 hours. Finally, we have our 7th decile. So 7th decile is the same as 70% of our 25. Okay, that is our 17.5th score. So we go across at where 17.5 would be. And that is also that our 7th decile is at 16 to 18 hours.